Hey all, I hope you are doing well and enjoy watching my video tutorial. So welcome back to my channel Study Desk of Anand, and in this sequel tutorial we are going to see constraint. So let's get started. So we are continuing with the constraint. So in this video we are going to see the unique constraint. So what does unique mean? So unique means a different value. So if there are 10 records present in a row, so all of 10 records it for a particular column has a different value. So each value should be different among cells. So to create that, syntax is very simple. It's like there are two ways to create the unique constraint in the table. First way is like to create at the time of table, like when we are creating a table. So it's simple, as you can see that create table name and column 1 followed by data type, and just we need to specify the unique constraint name. With this, the column 1 means that imply that all value present in this column should be unique and have a different value. Another way is that when table is already created and we wanted to add a constraint to any column, so we can do that, like alter table name, and we'll add a unique constraint, and in the square bracket we'll provide the column name. And if we wanted to have a multiple column as a unique, so that we can also do with the syntax you can see here, like create table name and the number of columns, and at the end of this line we can write constraint and constraint name and unique, and followed by in the square bracket we'll write the multiple column name. So let's see the practicals. For demonstration purpose, I have created a table called create table test employee. It has a three field ID, name and city, and as per our requirement we wanted to have a ID unique for each of the person in the test employee table. So let's do that. With this, I have created a table, and let me fire a query. So one of before that firing a query, let me tell you one thing. Unique also store a null value because we haven't specified any that id integer, so we haven't specified not null constraint to unique. So by default this also accept one null value. So this is one of the difference between primary key and unique. The difference we'll see in the later video when we will cover the primary key concepts. So let's fire some insert query. ID, and I will just provide some name, and I'll provide city as a Pune. So just let me make that syntactically correct. Yes, so you can see that this is the unique record, so it allowed to insert in the test employee table. But when we are going to add a same record to the test employee table, it will prompt an error that cannot insert a duplicate key in the object test employee. So it will, in the background it will verify that the ID should be unique because we have provided the unique constraint to this table. So the like I told you that it also accept the null value. So let's fire this query. Yes, you can see that it accepts the null value. So just quickly project the table that we have created. You can see that we have a two records in the table, and as the definition of unique, both the value should be different. That's why it allows the ID null and 1. If you're trying to insert the second null, then it will prompt an error. Yes, here it is. Suppose in the second way a table is already created and we wanted to add a unique constraint, so that we can do. Just let me quickly demonstrate to you. Yes, so this table test employee 1, does not have a unique constraint, and later we realized that our requirement changes and we wanted to have id as a unique. So we can do that with the alter command, alter table. The name of table is testempl1, and we'll add a unique key for on which column we are adding id. So we'll modify the table to add the unique constraint. So you can quickly verify with this insert queries. So you can see that it, oh, so I wanted to change here the name of table.